What we're looking at is a basement foundation, and here's the footer for the wall. This home was built in the early 1900s, and so what they've done is they've actually added this footer to create a deeper basement. And it's an interesting install. You can see our gravel and perforated pipe, but what's interesting about it is that this is the original footer wall. It's 2 bricks thick, and it basically sat on dirt, and it was a dirt crawl space, but it's been dug out with a new footer to be poured. This is an old sewer line that comes from the garage. It's actually a pump that pushes this pipe through there, and you can see we had to tunnel underneath. Gravel perforated pipe along the footer. It's very important that you get a lot of gravel into your trench, and you'll notice that you can't see any holes. What that means is that holes point down. Always put your holes pointing down and cover with gravel. Here we've got more of the excavation. You'll notice that there's a footer wall that came across. We've got the sewer line, we have a water line, but what's interesting here is this foundation, this footer. You'll notice, you'll see it here where it's been poured, but if you look at the corner of the building, you'll see that there is no footer. And so they've got some basement problems, and that's what we're out here to fix. Here's our trench that comes over to the sump pit. The sump pit's deep because this is a deep basement, and we have to pump this water out to discharge it. To help illustrate how water enters a basement or crawl space, you can take a look at this close-up. We've got a footer, and these are actually holes through the wall from underneath the brick to where the new footer has been poured. And we're going to take you inside of here so that you can actually see how big these holes are. They're huge voids that the concrete just did not fill, and the brick just doesn't have anything that it's sitting on. So let's take a look inside. This is inside the void, and you can see we've got, to the crawl space on the right hand side and the trench on the other side. This is just a picture of inside the void. Water just fills this thing every time it rains and pours into their basement. So again, we're working on solving these problems. Here's another void inside the crawl space. There's more voids all along the wall. Okay, here's a completed trench with lots of gravel, and it's real important that you remember to just use as much gravel as you can when you're installing any type of gravel drain.